Okay, here we go. This is my bare face. All I have on is moisturizer, and I am going to do my makeup on video so that you can see what SeneGence products I use and what a difference they make. I'm hoping that my dogs behave. There might be some barking in the background. I am not a makeup artist at all, but I do have a face, and I think that's just the #1 tool that you need in order to do your makeup. So if you have a face, then you can definitely do your makeup. So the very first thing I do is tinted moisturizer. Let me find the right bottle here. So I have been using the SeneGence tinted moisturizer in light. It comes in a few colors that actually change to your skin. And if you are judging me because the window is behind me, I just want you to know there's also a window in front of me. Okay, so a pump of the tinted moisturizer, and I'm going to just get this everywhere. Stupid baby hairs that won't grow out there. Thanks to Veronica for tinting my brows yesterday so that I don't look like a total dead corpse as opposed to a living corpse, obviously. Uh-oh, my dogs are ruining in the background. I promise I let them out right before I started doing this, so. Okay, so there you go, just tinted moisturizer, literally nothing else. And already I feel like I might be able to show my face in public, whereas before I wanted to put a paper bag over my head. Okay, let's take care of some of these dark circles. And in an effort to not plan ahead, I didn't have all this stuff laid out ahead of time, so bear with me here. Oh, cool, Kirby's barking in the background. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so I used a little green stick to help hide some of the purple under here. And then I just blend it in with my ring finger. Super duper. Kirby, I'm gonna need you to not be barking during this. Nobody likes a barking dog. I mean, truly, it's true. Okay, and then I am going to take some foundation, and I use, not tinted moisturizer again, because that would be stupid. SeneGence and Ivory. It's actually a little too light for me, but it's what I have, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. I have gotten in the habit of using tinted moisturizer and foundation, mostly because you gotta cover up what's ugly, and there's a lot of ugly parts of my face. I'm not, being mean to myself. I'm just saying facts. Zits, scars, redness, blah, 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 blah. This is so cool to watch myself do my makeup, she said sarcastically. Okay, and yeah, I used to use a beauty blender. I still really like it, but honestly, it's just a lot easier to blend the SeneGence makeup in with your fingers. There's like no oil at all in their foundation, so it doesn't work super great with the beauty blender, so just use your fingers or whatever makes you happy. You do you, I'll do me. Okay, and then I'm gonna use the SeneGence Pearlizer just in my highlight spots, and I actually got this little baby for free for hitting some sales goals, so holla to the free product. Uh-oh, I'm starting to sing again. I sang in my last video. People said they liked it, but let's be real. Did you really? Did ya? Did ya? My mama says I'm a good singer, but honestly, I think she's tone deaf. Okay, just a little bit of highlighter in and around, the key gotta highlight areas. Okay, and then some concealer for under my eye and on some of my most difficult and embarrassing blemishes. Per Candy Johnson, one of my favorite YouTubers, you want to do your concealer in a little triangle. That's Dr. Barking now. So great. Do it in a little triangle to kind of lift the eye up. Candy, Kandee. She's awesome and inspiring, and like super famous now. Cover up these stupid ass zits that are right there. Ugh, gross. And under the chin. Cool, you can see up my nose. How amazing is that? Okay, so all of that, let's see, that took me less than 4 minutes. That is just to make a blank canvas. So now, lately I have been using, where'd that brush go? Here it is. An Hourglass. Ooh, look, you can see the reflection of all the lighting I'm using. Woo! Hourglass palette that is blush and highlighter and whatnot. This was at Sephora a year or two ago. And I just kind of add a tiny little bit to try and make my face look less fat. I'm gonna add some lines here. And that's Kirby barking now. They're just not used to me talking to myself, I think, is what's going on here. I'm adding very little product here. I'm so pale that adding too much just looks ridiculous. And then I'm just gonna use a big fluffy brush to kind of blend it in. I have stopped using powder with the SeneGence foundation, honestly, because it dries so well. You don't need powder to soak up any liquids or oils. Ugh, these zits, gracious. Okay, and then I'm gonna add some of the highlighter shades from the Hourglass palette just on top of where I put the pearlizer because I feel like it. Okay. Another of my favorite highlighters is Becca. And you may be wondering, why is she talking about other brands in a SeneGence makeup video? And the reason is because I like them. Okay, and then I do need to, because I'm not using SeneGence, concealer yet. I haven't gotten it in the mail. I do need to use a tiny bit of powder to set my concealer under here. Okay, there we go. Just a little bit around here where I put concealer, just using the tiniest, like a drop of powder. Okay, so there's a blank canvas. And if you want to rewind and see the train wreck that was my face before I did all this, feel free, but I don't know why you would want to be scarred for life. Kirby, come here, bud. Come here, Kirby. Why are you barking at the door? You guys talk to your dogs in that kind of voice too, right? Kerber. Okay, now I'm gonna put a little powder on my brow. I do have the SeneGence brow product. One end is the spoolie brush, okay? And that's just in by itself. And the other end is this weird as hell applicator that I hate. How are you supposed to do your brows with an applicator like this? Honestly. So I want to like the product, but that applicator, I can't do it. So Veronica tinted my brows yesterday, but I'm just going to fill in a tiny, teeny bit because once again, I just freaking feel like it. And you know what I do? I do whatever I feel like doing. So here we go. How's this real-time makeup application video working out for you guys? You bored yet? You want to come over and play with my puppies yet? They would love to meet you. Just like, don't show up out of the blue though. My house is usually a pretty big disaster. You know, 4 dogs. Okay, let's even this out a little bit. Okay, great. Okay, so back to actually using SeneGence products. The Shadow Sense stuff is awesome. I really, really like it. So this is Snow, and I have been using this as my highlighter shade. So I'm gonna remove some of the excess foundation that I have going on here. I have a towel I'm wiping off stuff on down there. Okay, so I'm just gonna put little tiny dots. A little of this product goes a long way. And then I actually use a concealer brush for this so that I can get a real straight, crisp line right under my brows where I want highlighted. And the nice thing about Snow is that it blends out really well. So even though it's white, it doesn't end up actually looking white. Well, that was probably too much. Go with the flow here though. And I will use this even if I'm not doing other shadow scents. I almost use it as a primer because it has the same sort of qualities as LipSense does, where it doesn't budge, doesn't smudge, just like glues itself to your freaking face. Okay, so we've got a little highlighter under the brows there. And then next I am going to use Sandstone Pearl, which is a really popular LipSense color. And I'm going to use it on my lids. And once again, just use my finger to blend it out. Kirby is still barking. I am so sorry about that, you guys. Hopefully it's not too obnoxious. And you can see that it's starting to hide the veins and not perfect skin of my eyelids. Nobody has perfect skin on their eyelids. Just FYI. Not a single person in the entire universe. Okay, get a little bit more. Okay. All right, so that is a canvas for my eyes. My contact is mad at me right now. Okay, and then I'm going to use Mocha Java from here to kind of here. And honestly, it really doesn't matter because it's all going to get blended out. And I use my finger again. I'm going to use a brush later for the crease color, but not yet. Because this, honestly, it really doesn't matter where it goes. You just are throwing it on there. If you do anything with enough confidence, you can get away with it. Okay, so I've got a little depth there now with my eyes. And I'm going to use, what is this? Smoked Topaz. And this is where I am going to grab a brush. This is a brush, one of my favorites. I actually got this like 15 years ago when I was doing Mary Kay. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of product on the edge of my eyes. And then I'm going to use this brush to blend it into a little triangle in the corner of my eye. And a little shadow sense goes a long way. Just doing tiny little dots of it. And you can always add more, but you can't take it off. So start small. And it is kind of weird to blend a cream foundation with a brush, but it dries into like a powder almost. So you can blend it out. So I get just this little depth in the corner of my eye. And let's do the other eye. Just little tiny dots here. You'll notice I kind of tap and pat and just to help get it even. One of the harder things with the shadow sense is to get the same color payoff on both eyes. So like right now this one's a little darker than this one. So I'm just going to add the tiniest little dot to get this blended out. Great. Okay. And then I'm going to use a clean finger to blend the snow and the sandstone pearl over and into the smoked topaz so that you get a nice blended look. Okay, so I still look dead, and that is because I need eyeliner now. I use translucent powder in the same way a baker uses flour when I am applying eyeliner. I will show you what I mean. So lately I have been using Ciate felt tip eyeliner. I got this in an Ipsy bag, but I also love the Kat Von D felt tip eyeliner. So I have put a little translucent powder on my finger because I need to touch my face for this, but I don't want to mess up my makeup. So the translucent powder acts, like I said, like a baker's flour does. Okay. Just right along the lash line. And I have gotten into the habit of winging my eyeliner out, so I am going to follow my bottom lash line up and then draw a little line that kind of connects it. And then you're gonna draw a second line here to make a little triangle wing. I'm no pro at this, but every day I practice. Here we go. You blend it in. So I've done better, but you know, whatever. Gotta go with what your face is gonna do. Okay, let's do the other eye. Pulling your eye out like this is apparently a big no-no, but I don't care. Do what I want. That's the theme of today's video. Is I do what I want. Okay, now the key is to try and get it to be even with the other eye. Okay, kind of check and see if they're even. They're not terrible. I've done a lot better when I'm not on video, of course. Okay, and then I take, you really don't want to underline the bottom of your lids too much, or I mean the bottom of your eyelashes. That is a great way to make yourself look way older. So I do a very light touch here. Just the tiniest amount of product to give it some definition, but I do not want it to look like I've got a bunch of eyeliner under my eye. Okay, and then I'm going to take an eyelash curler and curl these bad boys, which have, by the way, gotten a ton longer since I've been using SeneGence Lash Extend. Okay, and while my eyeliner is still drying a little bit, I am gonna do my first layer of LipSense. And this is how I normally do it. I'll do layer LipSense, some mascara, layer LipSense, some mascara, to just give the LipSense some time to dry. And you have to have clean lips. So I'm gonna wipe off whatever random foundation and whatnot is still on there. Today I'm wearing raspberry because I'm going to the dentist and I'm hoping to impress them. Oh goodness, Bandit. Thank you. Bandit, leave it. Thank you. Hoping to impress them all with the staying power here. Okay. Oh, that's a good look. Okay. Bandit, stop it. Thank you. Okay, the mascara. This is It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Okay. This guy is It Cosmetics Tight Liner Mascara. And I like it because it just barely coats these bottom ones because you don't want to look like a tarantula. Okay. Okay. Here we go. This is my favorite part. And here we go with more mascara on this eye. Hey doctor, how about you don't chew on my lighting? Thank you. These are really hard to film videos with 4 dogs. Doctor, stop it. Thank you. Last layer of this action. Okay, now I'm gonna let this dry. While it's drying, I'm gonna clean up my brushes. Stop it. And when it's dry, we're gonna do the gloss. Mwah. There you go. That's how I do my makeup every day. Timer says 20 minutes. It's a little bit faster when I'm not dealing with dogs. Thank you, Manit, for demonstrating. Bandit, come here, Bubby. And when I'm not talking. So I hope this was helpful to some of you. Please let me know if you have any questions or whatever, and hopefully you got something out of this. Even if you just got how awesome the foundation and tinted moisturizer was. And if you watched this whole video to the end, you're awesome. And have a great day. Bye.